How are we doing? I'm good. Y'all ready? Yeah? All right. One out of every 4 individuals in the state of Georgia are living with a mental illness. Today, I challenge all of us to reassess our perceptions of mental illness and better understand the intersections of faith, hope, and recovery. My name is Alfred Brooks II. I was the first and only child of my mother's and the second of 4 children by my father. My birthplace was a 2-bedroom apartment in East Orange, New Jersey, a community which has never been a stranger to poverty or high rates of crime or rampant gang activity. Much of my early years were spent in my maternal grandmother's home, where my 12 aunts and 1 uncle played a major role in my upbringing. At age 4, my father decided to complete his undergraduate at Morehouse College, while my mother and I stayed back in New Jersey. Prior to the start of my grade school years, my mother and we moved to Atlanta to join my father, where my father eventually graduated Morehouse and attained a job as a corporate manager at PepsiCo. There he was injured on the job and then eventually laid off. Now, because my father was the sole breadwinner of our home, our family went into financial distress. So to put it kindly, we know how that goes. Times were tough. Now, my family was of the old school. What happens in this house, y'all finish it. Stays in this house. If you were having rough times, no one was to know about it. Now, you guys remember the old food stamp booklets they used to give you? Yeah. I remember going grocery shopping with my mother and wondering why we were passing our local grocery store, only to find out that she didn't want any of our neighbors to accidentally find out that we were paying for our groceries with those food stamps. At age 11, my parents separated and both decided to move back to New Jersey, where they eventually finalized their divorce. Now, I'd always been a good student in school. I made straight A's until the year my parents got divorced. Now, anyone who says the separation of 2 parents has little to no bearing on a child obviously has not experienced it for himself or herself. My father was an alternative teacher at a high school that I attended in Montclair, New Jersey. There I played varsity baseball and football, and I was elected class president twice. When I applied to college, I was accepted to my father's alma mater, Morehouse, Rutgers University, Penn State, and Oxford University in England. Now, much to my father's dismay, I decided to attend Rutgers University, where the in-state tuition was a whole lot less. And also, so that I could pursue a budding music career that I had going on in New York City. Now, on my first day of college, my father called me and notified me that my older brother had just been incarcerated for shooting someone here in Atlanta. My brother would turn himself into the authorities and subsequently received a 10-year sentence for aggravated assault. I spent the next 2 years of my college career living a double life as a student and a hip-hop freestyle battler on BET. These 2 lives really could not coexist for too long. Eventually, my second lifestyle of partying with celebrities in New York and filming a national television show would lead me to drop out of college and sign with an entertainment management company based here in Atlanta. On June 7th, 2007, the party stopped. And the music, well, it stopped too. My best friend, who was more of a brother to me, was shot and killed right down the street in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Following his death, I would be responsible for assisting in the planning of his funeral, carrying his casket, picking his headstone. After that, the next 6 months of my life were consumed with endless bouts of crying and grief. You see, in the African American community, men are taught to be strong. We don't cry. I would always apply this notion literally. I mean, for me, at age 23 was probably the first time that I had physically shed tears since I was about the age of 12. I'd always been taught to keep it in. After losing my best friend, I decided to return to college because I wanted to dedicate myself to public service and the needs of my community. In 2009, I met a lady that I would marry 2 years later. At the time I met my wife, she had a 2-year-old son who is now 9. I have since taken him in as my own and take pride in being all of the father he could ever need. In 2011, I graduated college at Georgia State University with a degree in public policy, cum laude. That was perhaps one of my greatest accomplishments at that time. 3 months later, my wife and I wed. So within a year, I'd purchased a home, I'd graduated college, I'd gotten married, and began working at the state capitol as a legislative aide. I don't think I need to say it, but I definitely felt like I was on the top of the world at that time. In 2013, my wife conceived our first baby. Everything was in line. I can remember talking to my wife's belly and calling my daughter's name, Maddox, Maddox. And I just watch her belly bump around and move around to the sound of my voice. But unfortunately, 6 months into the pregnancy, my wife went into preterm labor and prematurely birthed our daughter at only 24 weeks. So for 4 hours, I witnessed my firstborn child fight for life, only to watch her last breath be taken in our hands. 3 months to the day later, my son's dog would fall down the steps in our home and break his back, and we had to put him down. 6 months later, my wife would conceive again, but only to experience a miscarriage at 8 weeks. I felt like Job. Depression struck again. My faith was shaken. My spirit was broken, and hope was lost on me. So what did depression look like for me? Depression became days of not sleeping or eating, avoiding my friends and family, seclusion, disinterest in the things that I once loved to do, lack of patience with my spouse, and times where I didn't want to leave home and maybe sometimes didn't even want to get out of bed. Many would see someone in this state and say, well, why don't you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Well, depression is reaching for your bootstraps and not even being able to find your feet. Now, I'm here to tell you all today that depression is real. Anxiety is real, but so too is recovery. I offer to you all one notion to leave with. We must understand that there is hope. There is recovery. Those of us who live with a mental illness can and do get better. Now, as friends and family and allies alike, I implore you to have hope. Hope for those of us who sometimes cannot have hope for ourselves. It was the steady support of loved ones that kept me faithful when my faith was shaken. Today, I have my good days, and I still do have my challenges. But let me share with you all how good my God is. 4 weeks ago, my wife gave birth to our beautiful son. And as a testament to my faith, we decided to name him Christian. Mental illness can land one in the hospital, and sometimes it doesn't. For some, faith is the sole answer to their needs, and for others, medication and good counsel helps. There is no stereotypical face or story behind mental illness. Mental illness does not care how much money we have, what religion we subscribe to, or what race we check on our driver's license applications. We do not shame individuals faced with diabetes or cancer. We must not shame or stigmatize our brothers and sisters who are faced with a mental illness. So whether a person is an inpatient at a mental hospital, mental illness is evidence that we are all flawed by God's perfect design. Thank you for listening to my story. Today, Tori Hicks Productions presents A Song for You. Thank you.
Take a look at me and tell me what you see. My smile, my eyes. Do I look happy? It's easy for me to show up when it's time to perform. What you're looking at right now, it's not my norm. From day to day, I put on a mask of what I would like for you to see. But the truth is, my pain includes no blood. It's the struggle for life inside of me. See, there are wounds on the body that are deeper than anything that bleeds. And it's our mind's constant desire to feed those thoughts that keep us in bondage. Tragic memories we can't seem to erase. Anxiety that holds us in fear. Separation from loved ones we hold so dear. For once, we would like to share with you how we really feel. In hopes that you'll understand that what we experience is really real. It's not a game or a joke or something we create. It's a disease that we strive to defeat. No different than when your heart needs checked because it's skipping a beat. So join us on this journey as we welcome you into our world. We will break down our silence so that myths can be dispelled. Symptoms will make you aware, but most of all, so that you can share with others. So that they know that it's okay to talk about how they really feel. And maybe even get help today. Then there are those who are no longer here. We celebrate their lives, the impact that they made, and the fight they endured to pave the way for those who struggle today, so that our lives can be saved. So here we are, all alone. We're singing these songs for you.
I'm blessed and highly favored. Oh yes, he uses me. See, I'm just a mere vessel for his glory to come in. My hands, my feet dance a poetic hymn. See, the Spirit moves through me, filling holes he's made perfect in. See, I'm a vessel for his glory, and he uses me. Well, I dance on the praise team, sing in the choir, help with the media ministry, and volunteer at any given hour. Oh, and when I pray, miracles happen in that way. See, the words he gives me, they're not mine. He uses me. He uses me. Mama, he's looking at me. But her gaze never changes. Hands moving, dishes clashing, water spilling over the gauges. Mama, did you hear me? When I'm taking a shower, he's following me and he's looking at me. And nothing happens, just a hush. But what does it matter anyway? It's not a big deal, right? As long as he's not touching me, because the only thing that matters is how somebody else feels. See, I just leave for a week and act like everything is okay. Because I'm blessed and highly favored, and it's better that way, right? Daddy, call me back, please. Love you. See, I'm blessed and highly favored, and everybody loves me and gets along with me. See, I'm the kind of girl that is a role model for your children. I can babysit your kids and move your car and drop your offering in as you flee, as I constantly check my Galatians fruit tree, pleasing your sight. But do you really see me? See, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. But my rent's not paid. I got a high GPA, but I can't seem to outweigh the weight is real, God. And I'm not Job. See, I question your will on my life, and I can't see things as black and blue. Denise, he's coming back, so don't come back. I didn't know a mother's love can just stop like that. So I just light a spliff and confide in a man that just uses me. He used me on Easter. Did you feel it? No. But I felt the silence after years, the praying God to lift the pain. I felt the stillness when nobody said my name. I felt God skip over me on that worship day. I felt the whispers as I walked away. I felt the tears fall on my numb cheeks. I felt nothing when they laid hands on me. I felt the coldness of empty, unanswered calls. I felt the nudges from the insecurity, negative walls. I felt the embrace when he embraced all my downfalls. And he accompanied me right there on that floor, sat right next to me after he closed the door, and he pressed on my thighs. And I finally felt relief for what I kept inside. I felt release for all the things I tried to hide. I felt seen in that splatter. I felt like it was my fix, it was my art, it was my mark to be seen right there in that splatter. It was my fix to fix all the things that happened and felt like I didn't matter. It was my fix. He was my friend that visited me in my unpresentable matter. See, I'm blessed and highly favored. And the church hat just nods and she walks away. And the how are yous are just rhetorical and nuisances, because if you have discernment, then use it. Because I don't feel like explaining why I just don't care. Because I'm blessed and I'm highly favored, and it's comfortable right there.
empty are observations that others make. Depression is the term that's defined my fate.
Being down and empty most of the day, actually every day, not being able to describe exactly what's causing me to feel this way. Activities I used to enjoy, a pleasure in them I can no longer find. As a matter of fact, struggle just to make it through each moment in time. Easily irritated. It's not because of you. It's because of what I'm going through. But I'm so glad that you're here to learn about my reality. And maybe now you'll understand me better. Together, we can get me better.
Hey y'all! Y'all think y'all better than me? You think you better than me because you dressed up? Because you got a big house and nice car? Child, please. See, I used to be where y'all are. I used to be right there. The nice cars, nice clothes. See, I even had a few big houses, you know? A few, not one, a few. All that stuff don't mean nothing. Don't mean a darn thing to me. But I guess y'all sophisticated folks. Yeah, that's what y'all sophisticated. All y'all sophisticated folks. I was there, child. See, I was married to Richard for 17 years. 17 long years. Being Richard. And see, after 13 years, we finally got pregnant. Yeah. 13 years. We finally were pregnant with our baby boy. Richard always wanted a boy. Now see, I would rather have a girl. But he wanted a boy, and so we named him Junior. Junior. And he was a typical 2-year-old. Hyper little boy, jumping and swinging from things, climbing and bouncing, flipping and swimming, and he was 2. He was a little boy. He was coming out of the terrible 2s. And my marriage started to take a turn. And so there was stress. And so I guess I was a little overwhelmed with stuff, you know, from trying to be a wife, trying to maintain. So one day, I let Junior go outside to play. It was just for a second. I thought he would be okay. He knew to stay within the yard. And so I let him go outside to play. So shortly after, I think I just lost track of time. But I walked outside. It was just a few minutes. It was just a few minutes. And I walked outside, and his two-year-old body lay splattered on the pavement. It was just so if you want to judge me, then you just judge me, because I did. It was just for a few minutes. I deal with things in my way. And, so I don't have time for you sophisticated folks. No. I do it my way.
Continue to drink despite the risk of losing it all. I lost my job, next my wife, even possibly my life. But in drinking, I find comfort. It gives me the confidence to speak my mind. Because when I'm sober, I fear the truth you'll find. I have some insecurities. I'm not as confident as you think. I'd rather be numb to my emotions. It's the real reason that I drink. Truth is, I want to love. Just don't know how. So much pain and disappointment in my life made me who I am now. But I'm willing to give it all up. You can accept me and all my flaws and work with me. If I give in again when the drinking calls. Now I know it'll be a process through my recovery. But it'll help to know, even if you can't be with me, you still love me.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's more than 7 people in here. It's been so long since I've gone to a church. I dated a guy once. He was a minister, and he loved church. He invited me to church 7 times, and after the 7th time, I said yes, 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 yes. That church was beautiful. There was 7 fans and 7 lights, and it was was gorgeous. Everything was going so good at the church until the pastor approached the podium. I don't get it. Why do you pastors say, touch your neighbor and say, God is good? What? Touch me? No, don't you touch me. Don't touch me. That kid just sneezed. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I mean, he had no right. He had no authority to tell someone to touch me. A room filled with sickness, leprosy, and you, Okay, my boyfriend, he came and calmed me down and took me home. Didn't call me for 7 days. I answered the phone. After the 7th day I answered, he invited me to a prayer luncheon. Guaranteed there will be no touch your neighbor. So I said, okay, I'll go. And it was nice. They spoke about love and forgiveness, and I really enjoyed it to the very end. The speaker says, we're going to do benediction. Everyone stand and hold hands. Hold hands? That's touching. No. I've been through this before. I don't. Wait. No. Wait. Don't yet. Not yet. Almost. Okay, can't do benediction. Okay.
I've been so many places in my life and time.
Why am I so obsessed? Why do I feel like repetition will relieve my stress from hand washing to cleaning and counting? I feel driven into composure. But I realize that my true fault is in managing my thoughts and emotions. No more catastrophic thoughts pretending that they are real, like the worst thing that can happen. I'm getting ready to feel. Please, show me another way. As of right now, my obsessive behavior is about to ruin my day. Our songs for you came in different forms, from depression to alcohol abuse and OCD. But these are only letters that attempt to describe me. But if you look deep inside me, you'll see that it's just love that I need. That this is a disease, not a game or a joke that I'm playing. The love that will assist in seeking professional help, even when I'm convinced I can do it myself. The love that says it's okay to cry and won't ask why. Mental illness does not make me weak, but instead it makes me strong, and in my future there's still hope, even though my past was written wrong. Not all mental illness symptoms were displayed here today. These were just a few. Then there are those who are no longer here, but it's the precious memories that we have with them that we will always hold. We remember the good times when they laughed and loved, and we know that we will meet with them again above. You know, if they had something to share with you today, I think it would be to help others that may be going through. So celebrate their lives with awareness as we sing these songs for you.